Finnegan here with Rockshot magazine at the Long Road Festival. Been here all weekend and managed to get some great artists. And one of those great artists who we have here now is May Elaine.
Hi.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you for having me.
Now, I saw your performance on Friday, which was excellent, on the front porch.
Thank you for coming down.
And the front porch is kind of a more intimate kind of stage. And obviously, recently you've played, Hyde Park, and then Long Road Festival. But you also do a lot of intimate tours.
Yeah.
What do you find works? Do you like playing large stages, or do you prefer that more intimate kind of setting?
I mean, I love both, and definitely for different reasons. I think there's something really special about playing those intimate stages and being really close to the audience, like seeing exactly how every single person is reacting, because you can literally see every single person, and kind of playing, especially I find that the songs that are more like lyric focused or slightly more like softer and mellower seem to obviously go down really well in those kind of settings, and I feel like people can really like hear what the song's about, get the lyrics, understand it. But there is something also really fun about being on a big stage and like playing all your upbeat songs and seeing the crowd, like getting the crowd going and seeing them picking up off of each other, and and I guess just to see your music being received by that many people is really cool.
It must be a milestone kind of moment.
Yeah, definitely.
But they always dub the front porch the front step, which is the step up to the main stage. So I'll hopefully see you play on that main stage
Fingers
next year.
crossed, next year. I was joking earlier, my name's on the t-shirt, and I was like, maybe next year I'll be up. Get it up there.
Right,
but the front porch is like such a beautiful stage, and all the like setting and the scenery. It does feel really homey when you're up there.
Yeah, 100%. But it's a completely different experience. It doesn't feel like a small. It feels like a different setting, which kind of leads me on to that. You've said before that you like storytelling in your stuff, and obviously the front porch you could kind of communicate and talk about your songs and what they mean and stuff, and it connects to the audience. Or do you try and put that in everything you work with, or do you just sometimes want to have a little bit of fun?
I think for me, like, music really comes down to the storytelling. I think obviously there's so many different aspects of it, but the core of my music for me is the lyrics and like what I'm trying to convey and the message. But I think if I can find a way of doing that and having fun in that, that's like the ultimate aim. And I guess like with the music I've got coming out and the stuff that's coming further down the line, I hope people get to see that a bit more, that you can still kind of touch onto like the heavier or personal topics, but have fun doing it.
Yeah,
and it's cool to play around with that.
That's nice. You obviously draw from your own experiences when you write storytelling, but you've also done a lot of collaborations with some fairly big names.
Yeah.
Is that something that you like doing? Do you like playing with other people's experiences and putting that into?
Yeah, definitely. I think we can all get really stuck in our own world and like what's going on in our life, but everyone's always going through something, and I often get a lot of inspiration from my friends and like their relationships, or when if we're in a room and someone's had a certain situation with a person, it's very specific, there's normally always like a common feeling that we've all felt, and we can all relate to, whether it's like that feeling of betrayal or heartbreak or whatever it may be. And I just try and like channel my experience of that and put it into the song, maybe using someone else's experience to kind of create an interesting story, I guess.
I mean, I think that's why there's the sudden rise of country music again.
Yeah.
It's because people want authenticity now. They don't want that plastic pop. They want the pain and angst of themselves to be sung more eloquently.
They want to feel it, and they want to know that you're feeling it too. And I think people knowing they're not alone in it, and hearing their like idols or their these people that they love to look up to or love to listen to singing about the same thing.
That's really
special.
Really true. I mean, they're not alone in the world. They're actually feeling it as well. So obviously you had a London background, and you got there. Was that influential of your music? Obviously, music is a massive part of the city, but also you were obviously drawn from other areas of influence.
Definitely. I mean, I think London's been like an incredible place to grow up, and I feel very lucky to be surrounded by so many different cultures, so many have access to so many different types of music and venues, and there's always been like an abundance of places to play. And over the years, it has changed as venues have shut down, but I think I'm in like a music hub, which is really special. But I love going to Nashville and getting inspiration from places like that. I think each country has their own kind of musical, obviously, like their vibe or genre and style, and being able to kind of tap into all of that and take, even if it's not a type of music that I make, take inspiration from and kind of learn from. There's always ways of learning.
Yeah, and understand the craft that goes into it.
Exactly. Like when I first kind of went out to Nashville, they have like a different way of going about writing, and it's really inspiring to see. and like interesting to kind of work with them and see how
is it more of a collaborative creative process over there?
I think so, yeah. And just like the pace of it's different, the way they kind of go about it is quite different.
So do you think as a country artist or folk artist that you have to make that journey to Nashville, do you think?
I don't think, I mean, I think for me it feels kind of essential. Maybe for other people would say it's not. Like you can make obviously folk music coming from anywhere and being from anywhere, like no matter where you are in the world or your background or anything. But I think that learning from like where the roots have come from, or learning from the people who do it best, it has been really beneficial for me. And just as I was saying, like so inspiring. And I think being part of that community, and it really is a community out there, and they're also super accepting and welcoming of us English artists, which is really nice, especially us like up and coming folk country artists. So it feels like a great place.
One of it's interesting you say that, because I've spoken to other people and they've mentioned how America has a clear definition between country and folk. And stuff.
Whereas the UK, it's so different. I go over there and no one thinks I'm a country artist. They're all like, you're folk or you're Americana maybe, but over here everyone's like, she wears cowboy boots. She's a country artist. I'm like, I don't mind what you think I am, as long as like if you like it, that's all I care about. So
are you actually glad of the kind of the no restrictions here? The fact that you can maybe on a future album that you're going to bleed slightly more into.
Exactly, because I'm inspired by so many different types of music, and I think that you see artists crossing over genres. You've got people like Casey Musgraves who kind of like bend the genres a bit, and I was recently on tour with an artist called Breland who does the same thing. He kind of sits in like gospel, R&B, all of that different world. So it's really nice to be able to see that happening, and especially at a festival like this, you have Americana folk, you've got some more like pop country, rock country, all of it.
Mix, isn't it? Yeah, a nice healthy mix as well.
Yeah, and I think it keeps people like interested and keeps them engaged when they can go around and see different things. Also, depending on your mood, you might feel like a different type of thing some days.
I mean that's the great thing about this festival. It's like it's not just the music; it's the atmosphere, and you can just kind of sit around. Obviously. You played on Friday. Did you have a chance to explore the festival and kind of see any other artists?
I did,
Any particular that stood out for you?
I mean, everyone's been amazing. Like Midland were great last night. I was seeing Alyssa Bonagura. I love Alyssa.
Fantastic,
she's amazing. I've had like a mind blank. I just saw Truesdale. They were brilliant. Like their harmonies, every time I hear them sing, I'm like, how are they doing that?
I'm thinking about getting one of their suits just for me.
I think maybe.
I'm not sure
which colour are you going to go for?
I'll add a new colour. I'll be the fourth member.
Like the Powerpuff Girls and fourth. Exactly. No, it's so cool. And I mean, someone asked me yesterday, like, who would you like to collab with on the festival? My mind just went blank. I feel like I've seen so many so much music and so many incredible artists. I'm like, everyone? Can I say everyone?
Well, I think the way you're going, because you've collabed with so many people already, I think you might be able to. So what is the next step in your career? Where would you see yourself now?
So I have an EP coming out in September. Which I'm excited about, and then hopefully we'll step into first album world. That's something for me I feel really like strongly about as an artist, that I want to have, would love to make my first, it's kind of already made, but anyway, I would love to put out my first album and really just carry on doing what I'm doing, and hopefully to a bigger level, connecting with more people. I just want to get my music out there and heard. And
so a mixture between those intimate gigs and so you're not going to be, once you step on that main stage, you're never stepping on the small venue
definitely not. I would love to get to the point where I can go and headline main stages and then be in someone's living room the next day giving a follower or a fan that experience, because when I still as an up and coming artist, that's really important to me when artists I look up to do that, and I think they won't lose that.
So where can we see you next then? Where's the next?
The next show is my headline show in London, September 3rd at the Grace in Islington, and then if you're up north, I've got a co-headline with Georgia Rose in Manchester on the 9th of October.
Oh, wow. So check
two
out those
shows
venues.
there.
Performance here was amazing, so please do check that out. Mate, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you.
So nice to meet you.
Enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Thank you.